Hey everyone, so during the month of January, it seems like everyone is all about cleaning things out and organizing and the whole fresh start thing. And I'm as guilty of that as anyone else. And one of the things I started doing is just going through my drawers, through my makeup collection, and it's not that I found, I just didn't realize how out of control it had gotten. And here's just some of it. There's a whole drawer full of samples. Let me start off with a sample and I'll keep talking. So this was one of the samples that I received. It's the Trish McEvoy Instant Solution Triangle of Light Mask. You only need to pop them on for 5 minutes. And I thought I would try something a little different and actually do as much of a face full of samples as I can. I have almost a full face. I don't have brow products. I didn't have contour or blush or powder. I'm filming this on Sunday, January 2nd. Tomorrow, January 3rd, I am going in to get a laser procedure done on my face. The point of this laser procedure is specifically to target melasma. Melasma, if you don't know, is hyperpigmentation. It's usually caused by some sort of hormonal changes. I didn't get any melasma when I was pregnant, but as I've gotten older, probably just the perimenopausal changes, I have some discoloration here. Looks like I've been bronzing, but I have not. And then you'll see there's some redness here, some hyper and hypo stuff. This is just a little bit of a leftover, not from a zit. This is from trying to pick out a chin hair. Oh yay, aging, it's so fun. Anyway, so I am gonna give that a go and I am going to video the whole experience and then document the recovery. Okay, so let me show you what I have picked out as far as foundations go. I have the YSL All Hours foundation. They're all very fair-ish. I mean, these to me are summer shades, but there's some options here. The one that really caught my eye that I pulled is Fenty Beauty. Everyone raves about this. And what's really cool about this, they gave me the Pro Filter 101 foundation, and they gave me the soft mattes, which are for the normal to oily skin, and then the hydrating for, in my case, the dry skin. And they have the primer that goes with both, all the shades. I'm hoping this lightest shade. See on the side, this is kind of neat. It shows the whole range, which is pretty amazing. So that is an option. I also pulled the Lancome Skin Feels Good, and I have tried this and I've used this, so this wouldn't really be any kind of new discovery, but they do have my shade, so we might have to default to that. I have the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and what's really fun is it's all the shades. So that's kind of nice. I like when they really go in. Oh, you know what? I might do this one. This is the Clé de Peau Beauté, and this is the Le Fond de Teint. Detente? I don't know. I don't speak French. The foundation. Just because I binge watched 2 seasons of Emily in Paris does not mean I can now suddenly speak French. And they gave me the shade 010, which is basically the second to lightest shade. So this might be the winner just because of a shade match. Oh, something else I picked up is this little tiny Erin sampler. So let's put on some lip balm while we wait. I have used this Erin before. I do really like it. There are quite a few others I like too, but this has a really nice rosy scent. Take these off. It has definitely been longer than 5 minutes. And then it says to pat it in. Now I'm a little concerned that this will affect how the foundation goes on and the concealer. I'm patting. I did do all my skincare and I do have SPF on. I probably just wiped it all off, but anyway, you can see a little bit more of that redness, and some of this is just freckles because I've always had freckles. But I am excited to see how this goes with the laser thing. I really do want to try the Fenty Beauty, and if it's too dark, I'll just wipe it off. I think I'm going to skip the primer because I don't think you get a really good idea of how it works as far as a new foundation goes. Let's give this a shot. Oh, this is great. Yay, I like it when a plan comes together. I haven't tried as many Fenty products as I probably should have, and that is something I'm gonna try to be better about in 2022. So I have a stubborn and slightly contrary nature about me, and so I first didn't choose to review a lot of Fenty products because they were getting so hyped up by everyone else that it immediately turned me off. Like if you've noticed, I've never talked about Rare Beauty. It's kind of the same reason, because it's like, oh, everyone else is talking about it, I'm not interested. I don't know if anybody else does that, but oh wow, that is like the perfect, isn't that beautiful? Wow, nice. Okay, so that's part of it. The other part of it, honestly, is that it's only carried where I can sample it, like play with the shades and stuff, at Sephora. You hear those nightmare stories. I'm just gonna use up the sample because why not? You hear those nightmare stories about, oh, sponsored video, they give you a script, they tell you what products you have to use, they edit everything. They're so controlling. I've only had that experience once, and it was with Sephora. Well, I mean, I had that experience a couple of times. And after the second time, I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not working with them. And specifically, the things they were really weird about is you couldn't refer to any of their sales as sales. And they wanted me to just edit out the weirdest stuff. Like I used the word the twice in a row. I referred to Rouge as VIB Rouge. They were very upset about that. Oh, and they gave you a list. You had to talk about at least 1 of 5 products that they gave you, and I didn't like any of the products, and I said nope. I didn't like how they treated their employees at the beginning of the pandemic. So I will link to Sephora things occasionally because I know a lot of you still like to shop there, but I personally do not shop there unless it's really the only place I could get something and it's something that a lot of you are interested in. So I don't have an under eye corrector, and I do have some under eye issues. I did dig this one up. If you are from a long way back, you'll remember the MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose. I don't like it as much as I like the Instant Eye Lift. I feel like it creases up a little bit more. It's a little bit of a thicker formula. Now that I'm older, I need something a little more lightweight and something that really doesn't crease. So now for under eye concealer, here's where things get tricky. I have the NARS. So they have vanilla, and that might be, hopefully that's light enough. Chantilly is their lightest shade, but it is a little yellow based. Then there's vanilla, which is 2. And then the next concealer up is custard, which is medium. And this is not medium. So we'll make do. So let's see what we got here. I hope everyone has been having a nice New Year so far. I'm on day 2, so that works. I think this will work all over my face if I need it. I like a foundation or concealer shade, maybe a half shade to a shade lighter than my actual under eye, just to add some brightness, but this works. So this is, I should have said, this is their Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I have used this before. It's just been a while, and I don't know. I don't know that I like it or not. I like other ones better, and that's something else I'm guilty of. I still shop to some degree, like I'm just your everyday regular consumer, when in reality it is part of my job to be trying new things. And the problem is I have the stuff that I like, and I know new products see it's a little light for my face. I probably would do best in creme brulee. I'm aware that I need to try stuff out, but I'm just lately, I mean, I've been buying makeup for a long time, right? But I've been really into makeup for over a decade now. And so I have the stuff that I like, and it's rare that they release just groundbreaking stuff. But I will keep trying. So in 2022, really want to try more brands, really want to just try more new makeup in general. Maybe I'll get excited about makeup again. I mean, I'm sure you've noticed I do a lot more clothing type stuff, and it's because I do what I personally enjoy, and then I hope that gets conveyed through the camera. I just haven't been into makeup as much. Okay, so there's no powder samples, so I'm just gonna quickly set my under eye with my By Terry loose powder, and then I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Makeup Forever Velvet Blurring Powder, which you can now get at Nordstrom, so yay. Contour I'm gonna do on my own as well. My trusty Makeup Forever Sculpting Powder in the shade S1112, and my sculpting brush or contouring brush of choice is from the Angie Hot and Flashy set. It's the A506, but you can't buy it individually. You need to buy the whole set to get this brush. I didn't ask Lisa if they have any plans to sell these individually, but probably not, is my guess. Doing a little bit on the cheekbones. Let's chisel that jowl. For bronzer, I have a little sample card of the classic NARS Laguna, like this. And I've had this before. It's been a very long time. Let's see how this goes. It's pretty. I mean, it's a good bronzer. It's nice that it's matte. It looks more cool toned than it is actually going on. If you're wondering, I do have a mirror. Sorry, just trying to angle myself. Obviously I'm wearing a turtleneck sweater and I just feel so constrained. I don't know what's going on with me. This is all in my head. For highlighter, I found this. This is from RMS Beauty. It's their Master Radiance Base. And I think maybe I got the wrong shade. Oh yes, they gave me Deep in Radiance. And I probably need Rich in Radiance, but we'll make do. And although I could use the Hollywood Flawless filter, but you know what, let's just use this. So it says you can use it in a variety of ways as a first step, sort of like the Hollywood Flawless filter is more of a primer to add some radiance. You can mix it with your foundation, or you can apply it on its own as a luminizer. So this is cream. The cream products I use generally, I can place on top of powder, which I enjoy. I'm just gonna, maybe pat a little bit of this off. And then that's pretty. I don't think I would reach for this over my Charlotte Tilbury Lightgasm creamy highlighters. See, this is my problem. Like, I love what I love and I stick with it. And I need to branch out. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna tap this in a little bit with this is damp. It's pretty. It's subtle, which I think is good. It's a Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna save this. I might add more of this to my eye look. So what is left? Blush. Didn't have a blush sample. I just reached for my new favorite. I just started using this a few days ago. It's from Laura Mercier. It's their Chai. It's sort of just like the perfect neutral, rosy, kind of warm, almost a bronzer, like a blush bronzer look. What do they call that? Blonzer. That's it. Or brush. And I'm putting that right over the cream. So let's hope it doesn't cling. That's a little heavy-handed, Marn. Okay, we're gonna fix that. We've toned it down a little bit. Next are brows, and I have no sample brow products, so I'm going to stop the film, slap on my brows, and then I will be right back. As I finish up my brows, and I will list everything down in the description box, I've switched back. I know I talked about how much I like the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and I do, but I have switched back to the Kosas brow, which was I should have included because that was the runner-up. And the reason I'm switching back to it is I found that the e.l.f. Wow Brow is not holding my brows in place. They're moving. I like the color, but they're moving. So I may try a new brow product soon, but I'm moving back to this one because I think this one worked just fine. Now, as far as eyes go, the only thing I had for eyes, also from Laura Mercier, it's their Caviar Stick Eye Color, and I have all the shades, but I'm gonna use them anyway. This is Moonlight, Amethyst, and then Tuxedo you could use like as a liner. We all know I do not use liner. So before that, since I'm just gonna do an all over shade, I'm going to dip into my contour powder and just with a fluffy brush, contour my lids. You could also use bronzer for this if you wanted to. And I'm also going to do a little bit underneath the eye. I love Caviar eye sticks. I think they're the easiest one and done kind of shadows or eye looks. Let's see, I'm just gonna do Moonlight. I have Intense Moonlight. I don't know if I have just plain old regular Moonlight. Let's give this a go. So really easy to put on. If it was in its normal form, I would just draw it on, but it's in a little pot, so to speak. So I can get it open. This is a really teeny little, I can barely get my finger in there. So I'm gonna take one of my favorite brushes that I use for cream shadow. It's one of the Real Techniques brushes. Which one is it? The Domed Shadow Brush. And I'm gonna try that. Nah, that's not working for me. That's much better. Okay, I can tell you that the real Caviar eye sticks are lovely and very creamy, and I've never had one dry up on me. But obviously they're not usually put in a tiny little packets like that. Well, this is a pretty color. This is a slightly deeper shade than the Moonlight shade that I've used. I really like it. So like I said, normally when I'm using this in its regular form, I draw it right on to where I want it, and then I'll take that Real Techniques brush and kind of blur out the edges a little bit. This is pretty. I just want to put on the same amount on each eye. Go back in with that Real Techniques brush and just make sure the edges are clean and blended. pack it all down a little bit. Okay. Let's curl the lashes. I have some new to me mascara to choose from. I am leaning towards the Dior Addict It Lash. I don't even know if they still make this. I've had this a while. It's vibrant black. Okay, let's go for it. I love Dior mascaras, but they are really hard to get off. This may have dried up. This doesn't appear to be thick and yeah. We're gonna give it our best shot, but I think this one dried up, which is okay. I have a backup plan. Okay, this is pretty much dried up. I'm gonna put a little bit on the other side just so we have some evenness in application, and then I will reach for my other option. Let this be a reminder to not hoard the products, otherwise you don't get to use them. They will dry up. Okay, so I also have, and fingers crossed that this is still in good shape, Urban Decay Perversion. This is a more recent sample, so I think we'll be okay. Also, this just looks like a better container. I can get in there. See, it's an actual metal tube. This is nice. Okay. Oh yeah, it had that nice sound when it comes out. This is good to go. Here we go. This is nice. I wanted to give you an idea for samples, by the way. When I used to be more involved in planning galas and silent auctions and things like that, one of the things that I put together as a silent auction item a few times was a collection of samples. I put them in a really cute container. I did skincare samples in one basket and makeup samples in another basket, and a third basket was perfume samples. And I put that in silent auction. And it did really well. So if you're thinking about what do I do with all of these samples, or what would be a great way to do a gift basket, whether it's for silent auction or maybe a gift for a teacher, I think they would love this, is you can get everyone to just start collecting samples, even go to your local makeup counters, you know, Nordstrom, Sephora, whatever, get a bunch of different samples and then put it in a really cute basket or some kind of container. I think it'd make a great gift or a great silent auction item. Okay, all that's left are lips. Before we get to lips, I did want to tell you about another sample I used today. This is from Erin, and it's the Ambrette de Noir, and yep, I'm still enjoying it. And it's a, what's in it? Rose petals paired with notes of freesia, orange flower, jasmine, and white peony. But it's also blended with musk-like ambrette seed and rich tonka absolute, vanilla bourbon, cedarwood, ambrox, and benzoin for warmth and excitement. All I can say is I'm really enjoying this. I'm gonna keep using this, and I'll let you know if it's something I end up putting on my list of things to buy. I'm not currently buying any more fragrance because I've gone a little bit nuts. Okay, one of the lip samples I got was this NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in the shade American Woman. That's an option. My lips are pretty dry though, and I'm not a fan of matte. So I also have this from Laura Mercier. Look at how many shades. And this is their Rouge Essential Silky Cream Lipstick. A lot of options here. I'm leaning towards one of these. And then, is that it? Nope. Then I also have YSL Illicit Nudes. Although there is nothing to me that looks nude about any of these shades. Those all look pretty deep to me. Maybe something in the middle. I wish y'all were here to give me a vote. There's one is in the Glow Matte option. So this top level is the Slim Glow Matte formula. This is a cute idea. So it's the same 3 shades, one in that like actual lipstick type bullet. That's the Slim Glow Matte. And then the bottom are the Water Stain Glows. And then there's the Laura Mercier one. I think I'm gonna stick with Laura Mercier today. I'm just not in the mood to mess with something new or matte. And I know how to work a lipstick. So it comes with a nice little applicator. I feel like I'm going in for a mini COVID test with this little, okay, little COVID humor. Now I'm gonna get my video flagged, watch this. Okay, I went in with A La Rose. I'm using a Laura Mercier blush mirror. See, there's nothing light about it, but it's, ooh, this is pretty. This might be the shade I've been looking for a while. Like that slightly deeper than nude rosy pink. This is why I need more. I need to do this more. Do you see how it just made my face look more together and more, it has more color? I'm not taking my hair down because I haven't done my hair and I don't even want to know what that looks like. So we're just going to leave it where it is. So that is the final look using using about 90% samples. The only thing I added were my brows, blush, and powder. So not bad. I'd say, obviously, I think you can tell that for me, something I'm definitely going to purchase is this lipstick. Everything else, I own the Caviar Stick and I love it. The Laguna bronzer I like. I'm just kind of up to here with the bronzer, so I kind of have to work through what I already own, but I would purchase the bronzer. Everything else, I don't know. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. I will say this, I do have some new beauty coming up, but I purchased quite a few brand new, definitely more high-end luxury products, including possibly the most expensive foundation on the market. I've been dying to try it and I'm using this as an excuse. So that will be coming up later this month. So make sure that you are subscribed. I hope you enjoyed this. Go have fun with your samples. Don't save them for a special occasion or bundle them all together and give them as a gift to someone because they are fun. This was fun. I am done now. I am babbling. So I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.